for your grace, I'd go my way. I'm forever grateful. You have been so faithful to me, Lord. Your amazing grace.
Hello again, and welcome to Power Surge Wednesday. Hey, do you all remember those old testimony services we used to have a long time ago? You know, when the saints would get up and they tell you about all the tests and trials that they've been going through, and everything would go up in a shout of praise or a shout of victory, or at least they would tell you about how God was going to see them through their tests. You know, the truth is that on our journey with our walk with Christ, we're going to be tested again, and again. Over in the book of James, chapter 1, he tells us, he says, "For you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness." So it is vitally important to remain steadfast and unmovable in this life of constant changes. See, your strength is increased when you are tested. And then you become, listen, a resource to others who are learning how to live for God. And it doesn't go unrewarded, because our God rewards those who stand through the test of time and cling to his hand by faith. You know, and it always isn't easy. It's always pretty much a challenge. But I tell you, a reward comes if you just see it through. James also tells us, it says, "Blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trials. For when he has stood the test of time, he shall receive a crown of life." God promises that. If we could just stand fast during our test, if we could just stay true to his word, he says, "I promise you the crown of life." He goes on to say, listen, don't draw back when you come into a test. Don't draw back when you begin a trial. He says, in fact, count it all joy when you come under such tests and trials, and remain faithful unto God's words. Yeah, we struggle sometimes with some of the tests God gives us, but I'll tell you, but it's here to strengthen us. It's here to build us up for the next time, the next test, and for the next trials. He says, so when you come under test, count it all joy, because it builds steadfastness. In fact, the psalmist says in Psalm 26, he says, "Prove me, O Lord, and try me. Test my heart and test my mind." You know, we're going to be tested, and there will be trials of our faith, so that our faith may be built. And so how do you know that God can trust you unless you're tested? How do you know that under trials and tests that you won't run away? Listen, God won't run away. Will you run away? Let me tell you something. He also says in his word, listen, there is no trial or temptation, amen, that he would place us in, that he wouldn't place a way of escape. In other words, he won't put no more on you than you can bear. He won't put no more on you than you can lift. Amen, 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 and amen. First Peter tells us, he says, and don't be surprised when the fiery trials come at you, when they come upon you to test you, as though something strange was happening to you. No, brother, it's coming. Amen. But it's for the building of your faith. It's for the building of your steadfastness. He says, when the situations come to test your commitment for living for God, listen, we don't want to fall short. This is our opportunity to shine. This is our opportunity to be used, listen, as witnesses. Amen. To those that are coming after us, or to those that are looking after us. And our standing firm will help increase their faith for them amen, as they go through their trials. Listen to this. We want to be found, and we want it to be said of us, just as Job declared. Job 23:10. He says, but he knows the way that I take. And when I've been tried, listen, I'm going to come out as pure gold. Don't you want that testimony? I know I most certainly do. I'm Pastor Jerry Davis. Listen, I see you getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And I'm going to let you know a little something. I see you acing that next test. God bless you and keep you.